No way, dude. I would never change who I am. I'm just a cool dude. I'm just chill. You know, I'm nice and humble, down to earth. Never worry about this stuff. You know, I don't have to like get caught up in that rat race. That's totally crap. No, listen. You know what I found? People who are like that, they're usually jerks. Anyone who tries to get ahead, usually there's something wrong with them or they have something to prove, so they feel like they have to get on top of other people. And I'm not like that, you know. I'm totally cool. Like I would never do such a thing. You know, I just keep to myself. I do my thing day to day. I'm cool with my friends. Never really ruffle any feathers, and I stay where I am. It's totally cool. I'm a pretty cool guy. I don't do that kind of stuff, you know. I would never change. I'm always gonna be a pretty cool guy. What's up, guys? I'm Mark from My Primal Being. Welcome to another episode of Mindset Monday. Here I am once again downtown in front of the Disney concert hall, just chilling, shoot another video for you. So what I want to talk about today is this notion that people tend to come up with nice little ways of keeping themselves from achieving greater things by embellishing whatever it is that they feel defines who they are. The most common one that I hear is, I don't want to talk to people because I'm an introvert. And the one thing I realized, because I used to come from this very same paradigm, is that you tend to take that one sampling of who you are and you envelop it and wrap it around everything that you happen to do, because it's a good logical way of rationalizing your behavior. So you think, oh, you know what, I don't talk to people, I must be an introvert. I don't ruffle any feathers, I must be an introvert. And over time, you start to believe that, hey, I'm an introvert. That's a very interesting phenomenon about the human psyche, actually, and the way our brains work, is that we can choose to become something greater. We can choose to redefine our very reality. We can even go out and change our lot in life. I mean, we're living in the modern world, after all. We're no longer really divided according to social class or caste system. And yet, even to this day, it's really difficult. And I find this to be amazing that people will actually impose these limitations and restrictions on themselves and say that I'm stuck in whatever particular corner or little avenue of life that I've scratched out for myself, and that's who I'm gonna be for the remainder of my life. This just isn't true. The thing is, you can go out and change who you are. You can change your lifestyle, completely redefine who you are, and become something greater, and you don't have to compromise who you ultimately are underneath. A lot of times what I found is that people are afraid that they're gonna become something terrible or become jerks to their friends, because the stigma usually is that if you sort of get past a certain point, you tend to push down the people that you normally associate with, and you can alienate yourself because you're on a whole different level. And that's just what happens. You're on a whole different plane, you have these different experiences, and at times it takes some effort on their part to come up and experience the things that you're seeing. And you can feel a little bit alone because there are so many things that you're now experiencing, so much new stimuli that's coming at you, so many new perspectives that you're having to experience, that it's really hard for you to kind of convey that to the people that you normally used to associate with at whatever other level that they happen to be at. And I don't want to say this as a negative thing, but it's almost like they're at a lower level of consciousness and you're reaching a greater and greater level, and they don't want to step up to that because it requires energy for them to have to burst beyond their bubble and change their paradigm to become something greater. And they don't want to do that. And it's usually a lot easier and more economical in a very animalistic way to go, I don't want to try. I just want to yell and I want to criticize and critique my friends who are trying to do something and better themselves. And that is actually way more screwed up than you trying to better your situation and do something more for yourself so that you can have a more fulfilling life. Now, they do say that happiness is a relative thing. And as relative as it is, you can go out and find your new, greater level of what you define as happiness. And you don't have to subject yourself to whatever your old definitions of happiness happen to be, depending on whether that was back in high school or back in your college days when you're surrounded by friends, because you certainly had your laughs and your jokes and you can have fun with one another. But after a while, you do start to look for something greater and something more. And you're more than welcome to go out and get that, reach for it, without feeling like you're being oppressed by the people around you. Whether it's acquaintances at work, friends at school, people that you once associated with and hung out in the past, your family. And that could be the most challenging, is trying to redefine yourself and create a different sense of who you are that's separate from those people, most especially from your family. But it can be done, and you'll find that as you reach another greater level of success and happiness, people will start to become more supportive of you because they see that you can stand on your own on that different level, and they're almost kind of curious and want to see just what they can do to step up to whatever new paradigm you're at. But you have to focus on yourself first to reach and attain that level of enjoyment and happiness in your life before you can hope to come and bring them along with you. So don't get caught up in defining yourself based on old ideas and paradigms. Always seek to become something greater, and you'll find greater enjoyment and happiness and fulfillment as you progress along. As always, go ahead and leave your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions down below in the comments section. Feel free to rate my videos. And if you want to keep up to date with all the videos I post here every Monday, go ahead and subscribe. Once again, I am Mark from My Primal Being. As always, have fun, be safe, and peace out.